But then after that, it was like an hour later, and I just kind of felt it. I was like, oh, it's not so bad. I've heard, the stories. I'm like, oh, I can handle it. I woke up like an hour ago, and I can't lift my shoulder past like right here. It's painful,
God
but
damn.
it's worth it. It's worth it. I'll say that, I
Yeah,
guess.
I had my second Moderna shot yesterday,
Oh,
and
are you feeling okay? Is it?
yesterday sucked
Oh no.
bad.
Oh no.
I literally felt like every ounce of energy left my body. It took everything I had just to hold myself up.
Oh, that's what I'm afraid of. People keep telling me to take the day off work,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I can. I don't know. My job's not really set up that way. Hold on, let me see. Back closer. Here
Is
we
that a
go.
Land Before
Okay.
Time painting in the background?
No, that I found at Goodwill, and it was like $5. And okay, you can't tell. I don't know if you ever talked to Zeke's son, but I told him, or I'm going to tell him, it's a surprise that I'm going to trade him that painting if he paints me something that I can put on the wall to replace it
Nice.
because he like paints and stuff like that. So I think it'll be cool. I don't know when, maybe his birthday or something. I don't know. We'll see.
By the way, we've already started the show, so Jacob.
Oh, hi. Hi.
I figured since we were talking for so long and just eating up our minutes together, I was like, yeah, there's no way we're not recording right now.
So, do you want to go ahead and do the tell them who the show is sponsored by this week, and we'll
Y-
just I'm not even playing the music. I want to talk to Ryan. Just do our little ad read, and then we'll go into it.
All right, all right. Professional, professional. Okay.
Professional.
Are you managing a venue or putting together an event that needs a little more entertainment? Aquarius Productions can put a show together catered to your audience. Whether it's music or comedy, they will bring life to the space you provide. Are you a traveling musician or comedian looking for an extra gig? They can find a spot for you. Are you an up and comer unsure of how to get your song mixed, your music video put together, or your set filmed? Aquarius has your back. Message their Facebook or Instagram for details. And as always, thank you to our sponsor, Mr. Ernie Kinnemer, or our Patreon supporter rather. And I guess we'll start the show.
Yeah, let's do it.
There's not any music, so
so,
hi.
so our guest this week is the very funny one of our best friends. I love doing shows with this man. I love hanging out with this man. His name is Ryan Adams, not to be confused with Brian Adams or the other
Oh,
Ryan Adams musician, but comedian Ryan Adams.
hey everybody, what's up? I'm Ryan Adams. As it says on the ad for the open mic that we do, it says hosted by Ryan Adams, not that asshole singer. So I think I'm gonna start going by that from now on. I really like it.
There you go. I actually thought we were talking to Brian Adams from Summer of '69, that song. So I have
Oh
nothing
no.
prepared. I don't know what to ask you about.
Am I supposed to get violently offended right now? Like, is that the meme? Like,
No, the
is that what
the
he
meme
does?
is that we had a guest come on who I looked up his IMDb. His name was Steve Ham, and I looked up Steve Ham on IMDb, but his IMDb is Stephen P. Ham.
Oh
So I was
no.
asking him all of these questions specific to the other Steve Ham, and he was
Oh, did
just
he
like,
answer him? Like, what?
"No," he was just like, "That's not me." And this is all live. You can see it in our episode with him and
Yeah.
how angry I got that I
I I
missed it.
think it would have been really cool if he had just like played it and just sorry and just tried to like answer the questions sort of from his perspective and also just make some shit up.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
would love that.
Yeah, that was one of our biggest blunders here on the show, and it was caused by not me. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, it
Look,
doesn't count.
one of the biggest blunders of our show from you is every episode that has video.
Oh
Very funny.
no. See, I
Well,
actually
look,
get that one. See, I watch this show, so I actually get that one.
you don't watch this show, Ryan, you liar. I don't believe you.
I do. I watched the one where you had Patty on. I watched the one where you had I watched part of the one where you had Ernie on. I remember that because I was like, man, what a cool get. He has like several thousand amazing stories to tell.
Oh
Yeah,
And
yeah.
stories about Jim Carrey even and Robin Williams.
yeah, like just I don't know, it felt like being around him when being around him when we were at that show one time. It was like how did I end up here? Like now I am within the degrees of separation of all these great people,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
through him, who's also a great person. So like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good get,
Dude, 1 degree of separation from Richard Pryor. How does that fucking
right?
feel?
In one meeting, in one show, all of a sudden we're connected.
Did you have that kind of same feeling? Because you did open for Gilbert Gottfried, right? I think I remember
It okay.
hearing that.
It wasn't like I went on stage and then he went off and then I get
But
off
you
and
were
then
on
he
a
goes
show with
on.
Gilbert
It was
Gottfried.
Yeah, it was in a festival, and then I was headlining a show that fed into the headlining show, which was Gilbert Gottfried.
Well, that's even better. If I'm being honest, you headlined a show. That's kind of what Ernie did. He headlined a show at the same time as Red Fox. I mean, you headlined a show right before Gilbert Gottfried headlined a show. So did you have that kind of
Yeah,
same feeling when you were doing a show with Gilbert Gottfried? Like, holy shit, I'm performing with a comedy legend.
Hmm.
the thing is, I didn't even get to see his set. I didn't even get to like meet him or anything. The sets that I actually got to see were Donnell Rollins and Orny Adams, and they were both really funny. But I couldn't get there in time to actually see any of his set. So I really missed out on that. That that made me kind of upset. But
Where was that at?
this was the Pensacola Indie Fringe and Comedy Festival.
Oh yeah, I did that
Was
too.
2019? Yeah, it was that show.
Yeah.
I have a shirt.
I never got the shirt. I didn't get anything. Damn it.
I didn't even get on that show. No one asked me. Yeah.
Dude, the shirt's got everyone like your name's probably on that shirt. Like if my arm worked, I'd go find it right now. Like, yeah, your name's definitely on it.
Yeah, your arm is going to be sore for a few days, at least.
Oh no.
But like I said, the second shot, go ahead and take the next day off because you're gonna feel like a turd that got ran over by a manure truck. Like it's bad.
I just want to know, am I gonna throw up?
No.
Okay,
No.
good. That just makes everything like 5 times worse for me
Yeah.
if I throw up. So I can handle everything else, but as soon as shit starts coming out of my mouth, I can't.
No,
Like I'm bedridden.
I never got nauseous. It just literally felt like I woke up yesterday morning. I got it Monday afternoon, and I got tired a little while after getting it, so I took a nap all afternoon. Got up that night, and I was feeling a little, lightheaded. And I was like, all right, I should feel better by morning. I woke up the next morning, I felt great. I was like, all right, I'm probably gonna miss all the effects or whatever. Hell no! By like 10 o'clock that morning, it was
Oh.
just like all the energy just drained out of my body. I was like, this is gonna be the worst day ever. And I
Oh God.
slogged through the whole day yesterday, and then I woke up this morning. I felt great all day today.
Good. Okay. Cool. This is what it takes, right? It's
Yeah.
worth it.
What happens if you get the first shot and then just don't get the second shot?
Then you don't get immunized.
How many
Really, is
arms
that
do you grow?
Well, after I got my second shot yesterday, I've been really I have this overwhelming urge to buy Microsoft products, and
oh
Oh,
no.
yeah, and I feel like my the 5G on my phone is working a lot better now.
So worth it.
Yeah, it's worth
yeah.
it. Every
Yeah, okay.
So-
Okay, cool.
So what you're saying is that all of our listeners should buy Microsoft stock.
yeah, buy Microsoft stuff because it's definitely gonna take a huge rise here with everybody wanting Microsoft products because all of a sudden I'm like, I just want to bow to Bill Gates. Like he's my Lord and Savior.
You know what? Right now, that sort of sounds like a good idea, but I feel like in a month or so, I'm going to do that. Like that sounds like it will be a complete, full, great idea
Uh-huh.
in about a month. Huh.
You know what sucks, man? Like this year, I had my taxes done, and I finally this year is the first time I've gotten a tax refund from federal in like a decade. Cause I don't know if you know, but when you get married, like it just if you don't have kids, you just get ripped on taxes. So last 10 years I was married and whatever, like just didn't get any money back. Always ended owed like thousands of dollars every year. This year's the first year I got some back, so I got $600 back this year. And
Okay.
I had to go to the dentist today because my crown came loose over here, and it ended up being cracked in half, and it cost $700.
Oh my God.
Like,
Well, on the bright side, if you didn't have the $600, that would have just been a negative 700 and
I
not a
know,
negative
but
100.
still, it's like every time I get a little bit of money, something happens.
Dude,
Always.
I got my car. I don't mean to like try to like one up your story or anything. I'm trying to commiserate. I uh first of all, so I didn't file my taxes last year, which I don't know if I should be saying that on recording, but I didn't. I didn't get my W-2, and I didn't exactly look for it. So we didn't. Anyway, it's both our faults. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Mistakes were made. I'll say that. But anyway, so I think having your taxes on file from the previous year played a huge role into how soon and whether or not at all you got any assistance from the government.
Yeah.
So I didn't, and I filed my taxes like a week ago, and like I'm like you, like I always end up paying, I always end up like completely blowing all of my money trying to pay back the government for some reason. Like
Yeah.
there's got to be some mistake. Like anytime I look at a tax form with like letters and numbers, like the W-282 or whatever, it like my brain just melts. Like the way they word things, just I can't deal with it. But like this time I'm like finally getting some money, and my fucking car just stopped working. It just stopped starting all of a sudden, and I'm like, what is this? Where was this? What is happening? So yeah, I just got it back out of the shop, but I'm like, oh, all this money. So
Well,
I'm like, cool.
the first stimulus check we got last year, what was in April, it was 1,200, and the day before it was pending in my account, and the day before the automatic window in the driver's or the passenger side of my car went out, and I had to get the motor replaced, and that was $650. I was like, well, at least I have over 500 left. Like 2 weeks later, a sensor went out in my right front tire. That was another $600. I was like, I can't have anything nice ever. I can't
It's
ever
like
have just a
the cars can just smell it, man.
yeah.
Like they just know, like you said that the transaction's like pending in your account, and the car is like it can taste it. Like I'm getting that money.
It's actually the IRS, I believe. They have people that go around cutting wires and shit.
Yeah.
And cracking people's crowns in their teeth.
Every time I have to owe the government money every year, it sort of feels like I owe money to a loan shark. Like I imagine that's what that feels like.
The most dangerous loan shark in the entire world.
And then they play it because I've been seeing the meme go around online, but they do it like they play into the fear of our uncertainty of their system, where it's like you got to figure it out. We know what you owe, but you got to figure it out. And if you're wrong, we're coming for you. It will ruin your entire life forever. Good luck.
Yeah, because
Do that roll
you
that
did
dice
math
every
wrong.
year.
Because you have a public school education, we're gonna put you in jail.
Yeah.
Yes. Because you didn't carry the one. Because you don't know what S2 means.
But Ryan, if you
Fuck
get
you.
audited because of this conversation, then we at least know that the IRS watches our show.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, shouts out to the IRS. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, what's up? Shout out NSA, CIS, CIA.
Well, if I have to
FBI.
say one thing to the
They're all in
IRS,
the
this show actually costs me money. So we actually spend more than we make every month. So please don't come after us.
Go away, you
There you go.
losers. And subscribe to our Patreon,
Yeah.
IRS. Like you don't have the money.
Yeah,
Like
they're
you
gonna
don't
sign
have a
up to
10
your
extra
Patreon.
dollars.
They're gonna sign up to your Patreon to give you $10 extra a month, so they can take it all back at the end of the year. That's what's gonna happen.
It's like every year when I have to owe, I like look over my shoulder and expect to see like Vinny the loan shark back there with like a bat. He's just like, "Where's my money? Where's my money?"
I actually believe it's just Hunter Biden now. Hunter Biden will come for your knees.
That's an elected office. That's like an official we vote for.
The national loan shark. Hunter Biden wins.
United States dude with a bat. Dude. Run for that, dude.
Oh man.
I love this time of year. It's always so just butt puckering every year. Like, cause what's today? The 14th. Normally tomorrow would be the deadline. So it's like you got to get your shit in. It's got to be postmarked by the 15th or you're screwed. And it's like, oh my God, every year.
That's why I did mine so soon, because I was expecting the deadline to be tomorrow, but I learned, I want to say like either yesterday or the day before that they had extended it. And I was like, well, now I feel like a responsible adult. Like now I feel like I did it on time.
Yeah, but if you keep extending it, then by the time you like turn around, it's time to do it again.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like, didn't I
You
just
guys are
do
gonna
taxes?
hate me.
What?
You guys are gonna hate me, but I've never had to file taxes before.
You've never
I
made
do
any
hate
money.
you.
Well, I've only ever worked fast food, and when you work for them, they know that you're dumb, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll just take out all your taxes for you. You don't even have to worry about it."
Yeah, but you still have to
Well,
file.
Yeah, they do that, and then you have to file so they can take more. Yeah. Yeah, you mad yet?
We're cutting the cord on this conversation, boys. Me and Ryan are gonna get audited.
Yeah.
Oh my
Not to
like
mention
God.
all of the money that I get from comedy shows and writing stuff online that I just don't put anywhere except for in my wallet.
I had a friend of mine when I was younger. Like, we were in our mid to late 20s, and he was like, "Dude, I've never filed taxes." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Cause man, like I figure if I've never filed, if I do file, I'm gonna have to owe all this money and like all this crap." I was like, "Dude, just go file your freaking taxes, man." So he goes to get his taxes filed, and he ends up getting like several $1,000s back because he was owed money that whole time, and he never filed his taxes. So it's like all that money was just sitting there waiting for you for no reason.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. My mom actually used to work at a tax office when I was in high school. She had a couple that came in that didn't file taxes for 30 years. Yeah. So that they were like, I think we're just going to start filing taxes again. So can we just file for this upcoming year? They're like, no, that's not how taxes work. You'll go to jail. So they had to file 30 years of taxes.
Oh my God.
Oh.
How do you even
And I think
do
they
that?
actually got a couple grand back. Like they weren't in trouble. They got money.
Yeah, but how do you do that? Like that's like got to be a nightmare of paperwork. Like, how do you even go back 30? I don't even have pay stubs from like 2 weeks ago. You know, like how do you have like W2s?
I wasn't alive 30 years ago.
Yeah, I mean for real. I mean we're talking 30 years ago is 1991.
What was the pillow talk that led to that decision all of a sudden in the relationship?
Honey.
Like, babe, we got to get the government.
Oh baby, we gotta pay taxes. Oh my God, yeah. Let's go pay taxes, baby.
Definitely in the morning. Definitely.
Talk dirty to me. Let's pay taxes.
The IRS is gonna get us.
You dead ass?
Oh my God.
We've been on the run for 30 years.
Man. So Ryan,
But
what you
Ryan,
got coming up lately? You got any shows booked?
Ooh, okay. So we actually have a pretty big couple of shows, or 4 shows technically booked. We got Chris Kattan coming
Oh
in
yeah.
of SNL fame, Mango, for those that that remember that are old like me.
You and Compton are
We
both doing that one, aren't you? Compton's doing that show, isn't he?
there's all right, so there's 4 shows. We
Oh.
have Compton and Zeke opening up for him on that Friday, which is the 16th, I want to say April 16th. And on Saturday, April 17th, it's going to be me and Craig Williams.
Oh.
And yeah, we're
That's
gonna
gonna be a good show.
we're gonna have a good time. Like I'm really excited for that. But that's coming up this weekend. Before that is open mic, of course, every Thursday night at the Alabama Music Box in Mobile. Um, yeah,
Man,
and before that was this.
I'm really hoping now that everybody's getting their, their vaccine and everything starts getting back to normal, man. We need to start really getting those Alabama Music Box shows kicking again because those were fun. And they've
I
been
want it
kind of
so
hard to
bad.
do during the pandemic because like it's kind of hard to do comedy to like 5 people.
It's been, you know, I try to remind myself to be grateful, like any, because I remember lockdown. I remember when there was no comedy like
Mhm.
that. Like I just try to remember, like anytime you get up on stage in front of people, it's a gift. Like this is,
yeah,
I like to tell myself like this is what you're meant to do. Like it's to get like appreciated every time. That being said, however, it is it is difficult to try to keep the thing going when attendance is kind of like waning. That's why I'm so ready, like you were saying, for this whole situation to be over because I feel like people are like bursting at the seams. I feel like people are ready
Yeah.
to be back out and doing things and being social again. And I feel like there's going to be a boom here
Yeah.
soon. I just don't.
I've been thinking that
I don't
same
know.
thing. I think there's going to be a huge comedy boom here soon. Because, like you said, people have been locked up. Things have been shitty. People need to laugh, man. And I think getting out,
Yes.
going to comedy shows, and just like, spreading love and laughs, man. It's just going to be a really good time here. Hopefully by summertime, everything will just be popping off.
I
absolutely.
hope, man.
And performing, like you were saying earlier, performing for like in someone's living room for 6 people is infinitely better than doing a Zoom show.
Yes, man. I like Zoom. No, we're on Zoom right now. Shouts out to Zoom.
Yo, shout out
Zoom's
Zoom.
great,
We don't pay
but
you.
the just what I like about comedy and what I get out of being a comedian and being a performer, I don't get from stream or like
Yeah.
Zoom things. Like I don't know. Like I've done it like when like a friend asks like Thomas would have me on a Jaguar Productions show, maybe like twice a year, and I'll do that just because Thomas asked. Shouts out to Thomas Finley, other mobile comedian. But other than that, I try not to do them. I can't. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just talking to nobody, and
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
really
it's
get
like
anything back.
I will say that the positive things I've gotten from doing Zoom shows is all the other comics that I've met and connected with from all over the country. Like that's the only good thing about it. Like I am not going to do Zoom shows, and this is already I've decided this, you know, probably a year ago that I'm not doing Zoom shows unless I'm getting paid for them or unless it's part of something big. Like I have a Zoom comedy festival coming up. Like it has to be
Oh,
something
okay.
like that for me to actually do Zoom. Because I mean, otherwise, all I'm getting out of it is like, hey, you were funny, on the computer. We should,
Yeah.
friend each other on Facebook
Well,
and
there's
maybe
just
come on my
something.
podcast.
There's just something about that energy with a live crowd. Like just you can like connect with people. It's so hard to connect with people through a computer screen, especially when you're in that setting. Like stand-up comedy is meant to be done in person. It's meant to be like seen in person, and I don't know. It's just it's been a weird experiment this last year, like with the Zoom shows, and we did a couple of those shows that the governor was doing, the YouTube shows
Yeah, like
for a
a
while.
yeah, and that's even weirder because there's absolutely no
nobody.
one you're playing
Yeah.
for. You just record yourself for 5 minutes and send it in, and it's on a YouTube video.
I remember there was a setup they did. I think it was at the Ice Box for. I'm terrible. I'm so not professional. I cannot remember the production company we did this for, but it was set up like a stand-up comedy show, but there wasn't really an audience. Like really, we were just playing for the production people in the back, like behind the camera, like at a computer or like at whatever
So it's like a live stream
equipment
show.
station. Yeah, but that sort of kind of had it. Like we would stream that, and most of the people were watching at home, but like I could still kind of, if I said something funny that hit, like they would laugh, so I still kind of could tell, like, okay, that I had something to sort of feed off of. That was cool. But the solo in my room by myself Zoom thing, I can't get behind.
It's so
I need to be on
weird.
stage.
Yeah, dude. The last Zoom show I did was actually I headlined a show in the UK, which was super dope because, who can say that they've technically headlined in the UK? My set went over so bad with the fans over there, and I had no way to know until it was over. Like, people in the comment section, they were calling me a cunt. They were saying, like, this
Oh
guy
no.
definitely voted for Trump. Like,
Oh,
all this
what?
kind of shit. That's just not true about me. And like, I wasn't even playing the dirtiest I could play. I had talked to the guy the day before, and I asked him, like, hey man, can I like be dirty? Like, I'm a fairly dirty comic. He's like, oh yeah man, play that shit up. I love it when comics are dirty. Feel free to be however you want. And so I did a dirty set, and something that goes over well in person around here, like something that I've gotten laughs with a million times. And I did it to these fucking British dumbasses who watched the fucking 2002 Office and laugh at it like it's goddamn funny, even though it's drier than a bagel that's been sitting out for 3 weeks.
Get off the Zoom call, you stupid
Get off the Zoom
cunt.
call. Dude, someone asked for a refund. It was a free show.
Wow.
I shit you not.
Wow.
One thing I need a specification on. Did they call you a cunt or did they call you a cunt? Like,
No,
what?
they called me a cunt, dude.
Oh, okay.
They should have called me a cunt, dude.
Wow.
Like,
Gotcha.
yeah. I've never been called a cunt before. It was kind of like achievement unlocked,
I would look at that as some sort of achievement.
Yeah, that's like that was my Xbox achievement for the day.
Yeah.
Get called a cunt by a group of British people.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of like walking somebody. Like you, like for whatever reason, like that's a badge. Like you did it. You walked somebody.
Exactly, dude. And like that became such a disaster. Like it became like a meme on that guy's Zoom show, like me performing. So he asked if I would come back and like pretend to be the host of his show to piss people off because they hated me so much.
Wow. Hey, maybe you could get a career out of that, being like the most hated comedian in England.
Dude, maybe.
That's so pro wrestling, dude. That's actually amazing. That's.
I'm glad you brought up wrestling because I was gonna ask you about your love for wrestling. Like,
dude, I'm literally wearing a wrestling shirt right now.
I know. Did you?
Like this is.
I did not watch WrestleMania this year. Did you watch WrestleMania this year?
I did. It was a 2-day event. there's so much wrestling to do on WrestleMania that they could not fit it all in one day, and I watched all of it.
Dude,
Like,
didn't Logan Paul get stunned or something like that?
yes, he did. He was Sammy. See, this is. I'm about to make y'all's eyes roll back in your head right now. So stop me when y'all want me to be done. He was Sami Zayn's special guest because this whole time, like the year leading up to WrestleMania, he's been trying to prove that there's a conspiracy against him in the WWE. And he reached out to Logan Paul online and he was like, "Oh, sure, I'll look at your documentary and all your evidence." So he invited him into wrestling. And basically, the storyline is Logan Paul got there and experienced him and found out he was crazy. And he tried to side with the dude that was actually fighting Sami Zayn, and he didn't like Logan Paul either, so he gave him a stoner.
So Logan Paul appeared at WrestleMania because everyone hates Logan Paul.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
I guess.
yes. Basically, he did your shtick. Like
Yeah.
the joke was everyone hates him.
Logan Paul's the me of Logan Paul of
It was-
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So they had a live crowd for the first time in a while, like since lockdown and all that, right? So it was a big deal this WrestleMania, and ever since lockdown and all that, they've had this thing called the Thunderdome, where it's just like screens of people's faces and like pumped in fake crowd noise, so to give you the appearance of a crowd, just so it wouldn't be fucking weird. But this time there's a live audience. So when Logan Paul comes out, everyone boos, but they try to pump in cheers, and it's so obvious. Oh man, it was great. It was great, man. Peacock Network is $4.99 a month, and that was worth the entire month subscription just
Bro,
for
are
that
you
moment.
sponsored by Peacock right now? Because you have to tell us if
Oh.
you're sponsored by Peacock.
Oh no, I don't do sponsors. I'm a real fan, but this shirt is authentic WWEshop.com merchandise as well. It feels so good against my skin.
Dude, that's what we need to do for this
WWEshop.com.
show. I need to design some wrestling style t-shirts for this show.
There you go. Dude,
Oh, dude, yeah.
make a design about me being hated by people of the UK.
The most hated man in the UK.
There you go. And
I'm
I'll
going to
do
have
like
your picture with, in quotes, stupid cunt.
yeah, there you go.
Oh,
We can
dude,
sell
what
the
if you
shit
did
out of
it?
that.
What if you did it like it's a shirt with like a movie poster on it, and like the name of the movie is like The Most Hated Man in UK, and it's like him with his back in the rain, like in the moonlight or whatever. And like one of the like magazine like review quotes is like stupid
cunt. Definitely voted for Trump.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
I'd wear that shirt.
Dude, please remember this, Jacob, because I need to make this shirt.
I will remind you. But Ryan, dude, we have about 5 minutes left on the Zoom call. Before we go, I need to ask you about your podcast, Twitter Sitters. When are we getting new Twitter Sitters, bro? Tell us about your podcast.
You can blame this solely on me. It is I that is the stupid cunt. I'm serious, man. Don't blame Bill. My life got out of control. And I don't know. We had to put it on the back burner for a little bit. I don't know exactly when it's going to come back, but I will say that we've had conversations about future episodes, and we have some pretty good ideas in the making. It's just a question of execution now. We do still have the studio set up, so we do, like, if we ever just want to like jump in the studio, just like get things off our chest like we do sometimes, we can always do that. But yeah, like for those that have been saying, or those that have been like speculating, Twitter Series is not dead. Me and Bill do not hate each other. I heard somebody say that. Like somebody speculated that like we had a falling out, which did not happen. I don't know where that came from, but now like we will definitely be back at some point, because my shit is slowly getting together. It's slowly getting more compact. My shit.
So back when we did the top 5 stuff, we did top 5 lists for our episodes for like the first few that we did. We did top 5 podcasts, and Twitter Sitters was on my top 5 podcasts. So if no one remembers Twitter sitters. We've given them shout outs on the show before. If you're watching this right now with Ryan, go look up Twitter sitters wherever you get your podcasts and watch the live from IHOP episode. That was the funniest fucking podcast I have ever listened to. Listen
That
to
was
Twitter
near the
sitters
beginning
live
of
from IHOP.
I think that was near the beginning of quarantine or something.
Yeah, it was.
Like, that was one of the last episodes we did before the world ended.
Yeah, man. So if you're listening, definitely go check that out. Go check out Twitter sitters wherever you get your podcasts. And dude, buy a free Ryan shirt. Where can people buy your shirts, dude?
Yes, dude. Okay, so right now the link on my Instagram bio goes to the tickets to get Chris Kattan tickets for this weekend, which you should do, by the way. Those tickets are it's a low ticket warning we're at is what they're calling it. But usually that link goes to my TeePublic site, which has a shirt on it that is okay. So I had to tell you that story to tell you this story. I got arrested once, right? And the only way that my friends found out I was in jail was that they got online and found my mugshot on gotbusted.com, gotbustedmobile.com, which is a fun site to look at regardless. But anyway, later on, when I had to pay court fees, I saved that picture and then like fashioned it into a t-shirt design and started selling it to like pay my court fees, which is legit, by the way. Those shirts helped me get my freedom. I literally bought freedom with these free Ryan shirts. Anyway, so I started becoming a comedian around the time that I got arrested, and it just happened so like naturally that this shirt just became like the thing that like was like my icon of my comedy career. So yeah, usually that link is there. It's not there now, but it would be there. You can go on tpublic.com and just search Ryan D. Adams Comedy, and it should come up.
Yeah, search Ryan D. Adams Comedy. Search for open micers while you're there as well. And what is your Instagram handle, Ryan?
Everything is Ryan Adams Comedy. My Instagram, my Twitter, Ryan D. Adams Comedy is my Facebook. Yeah, that's pretty much everything.
You're a great Twitter follow too. You always have like random non sequiturs on there that make me laugh. So follow him at Ryan Adams Comedy. But we got to go ahead and get out of here. Thanks for coming on the show, Ryan. We will see you soon, my friend. And
thanks for having me, y'all.
Finally have you on the show.
Yes,
it's been so
one
good.
of our original guest options. One of the people we've been wanting to get on since the very first episode.
If you want to follow us, we're at Open Micers Podcast on Twitter. And if you want to email us, we're openmicerspodcast@gmail.com. So thank you, Ryan, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Shout out to Ryan Adams.
Oh my God.
That was a fun show.
I love that.
Thank you, everybody, for watching on Twitch, and I'll be back in 30 minutes for Nerd Cave Retro.
Bye-bye.
Bye.